Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the new Patreon video. Today we are starting a bit early than usual, of course. I think we need to bring this Patreon video down to some earlier levels. I figured out like it's better if you do it after the candle close than close to the candle close, because you're not actually quite not sure what's gonna happen when you get close to the candle, if you're gonna close above a certain level or before above a certain level or below a certain level, and that can have a very big impact on the next day. But if you do it closer after the candle closes, actually, then we can talk about the rest of the day. So today, even today, is a little bit late, like it's right now 2 o'clock over here, but what can you do? Like, I've been sleeping all day, basically because the kid is sick, you know, it happens, small kids, stuff like that happens. So today, the agenda for today is talking about, first of all, what's happening in the market, what's happening with altcoins. We're gonna go through all the coins, and then I also want to talk about SafeMoon and my thoughts about it. So first of all, markets, then SafeMoon, then coins. But the SafeMoon thing, it's very important to get, because I do have a lot of knowledge on these kind of meme coins and stuff like that, so do watch that. Before we start, we got into the charts at the right time now, and we're gonna start looking what's actually happening with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin broke this level. Sorry, let's remove the moving averages. There are a lot of lines here. I don't know why we haven't. We don't need this one. So basically, I drew this diagonal line, said we have to break. We are breaking it, but I'm not quite sure that it's the right line, because a lot of coins are actually not respecting the line. So maybe it's something like this, because we got like almost 3 touches up here. So maybe this is the line actually to break the diagonal line. So basically, what's happened now? We had a big dump yesterday, and right now we're trying to get above certain levels to be in the clear. And you can see also on the moving averages. This is a 4-hourly, and we are finally. This 10 moving average was following this first line. We got above that, so that's bullish, that's very good. We are also keeping above the 55,787. Yesterday we talked about how important it was to close above 55,787, and we did do that. We closed above the you can see here, we closed above the 10 moving average. We also closed above this level of support at 55,787. So no, we closed that very nice level. Yesterday this white line was all the way at 54. Today is like exactly where the support should be, 55,787, and we closed about that level, so that's super bullish for us. Super bullish. That means that this week, I mean, we still can wick down and everything can happen. Like, we can go all the way. You heard me resonate. This is a rising wedge, and rising wedges, when break on downside, they tend to go the distance and hit the target down there, and the target down there is right now to 43,000. Target right there, it should be we were here, then we are expecting it, yeah, 44,000 or around there. This is target given. Okay, let's say 43,000. It really doesn't matter much. Why am I getting this many notifications? That said, we can fall all the way down there. You have to respect that, but also always understand that when in a strong uptrend or downtrend, or market is very bullish or bearish, it kind of breaks all the rules and just turns around, you know. So things, just because they look like they should happen, doesn't have to happen. And that's why a lot of people lose money in when doing technical analysis and trading, because they assume it has to happen. It does not has to happen. It has a possibility to happen, but it does not have to happen. Keep in mind that. So it's just because something is bullish or bearish, it does not have to be bullish or bearish. It can change. So you have to always follow the market and stuff like that. That said, let's get into the daily chart and see what's actually happening here. We closed just below this 50 moving average, but this was on Binance. So we can look at some other exchanges. This is Coinbase is maybe a little bit above it, and the Bitfinex closed below it. This is the Bitcoin CME future chart, and you can see here a big drop. So we got this big gap over here. I don't know if you guys believe gaps. I stopped believing gaps a long time ago. So gaps, I don't believe that gaps need to be closed or any kind of nonsense like that. When we are down here, over here, there was a big, I can show you quickly. When we are down here, there was this gap over here that needed to be closed. So entire this part over here, I was saying how we have to go down, and then it just went up like. And as soon as it started going up, I was like, okay, I don't believe in gaps anymore. But I was saying that everything was super bullish, but I was saying we have to go down, why? Because this gap over here did not close, right? And these gaps, these rooms without trading, usually people believe that they have to be closed, and closing means that the price has to come down to those levels and trade in those levels to close the gap. That doesn't have to be. It was a meme thing. It did happen a lot of times, but it just has to happen one time that it doesn't close, that you stop believing it. So I don't believe it actually has to close. That said, we are below the 20 moving average, above the 50 moving average up here. So this is the trading range, and we want to go up, and we're going to see what's actually going to happen. But right now on Bitcoin, we are trying to get past some kind of this diagonal line over here. We can see this on the daily. That's this diagonal line. But the best case scenario is going above this other one. And once because you can see here clearly, hit the top, cannot got rejected, and now we're going to try again to go up there. If we get rejected by this line again over here, chances are big that we might actually go all the way down. So keep that in mind. That Bitcoin is not yet bullish. It is a little bit bullish, and you can see today everything is still in red. It's not 15-20% red, but it's a little bit in red, so keep that in mind. Now we're gonna go and talk about SafeMoon. So look at this pump. Everybody's talking on Telegram about SafeMoon. I've seen people talking about SafeMoon. I even made a video on SafeMoon down here, and I bought down here. I bought SafeMoon down here. Okay, keep in mind that I bought SafeMoon and I sold SafeMoon here, and I went minus 20% I lost like 20% of 500. So I invested $500 because that was my throwaway money, because this is a meme coin. This is some kind of Ponzi, some kind of pump and dump. I'm gonna explain to you why it is so. And I invested 500 up here, so I would have up all the way up here, I would have 76 times the money, right? So basically from down here up here is okay, 67 times the money. Wait 67 times the money, and I don't care. And I'm gonna explain why I don't care, or how these things works and stuff like that. I'm very familiar of these coins. First, we had the Doge pump, right? And when Doge pumped and was finished pumping, they created something called Hodge. They created something called Hodge. Hodge. It was a meme coin about some dog or something like that, right? I don't know, but it was instead of D, it was H. It was called Hodge, and they pumped it hard. So after Hodge, I did not get into Hodge. I knew it was a meme coin. I knew it was made for pump and dump. I did not get in because I heard about it too late. But then SafeMoon came out, right? And I know how these things work, so I know they are just pumping. SafeMoon is literally made of two words: safe and moon. So you're going safely to the moon, right? There is no problem. So you can see here that it's going safe to the moon because these things work that way. Now there are a lot of people that do not understand this, so they are FOMO in. The problem, the reason I'm going to tell you why I bought it and why I sold it down here. Down here. So these things usually in 2018 or 19 we had a lot of Ponzi's, something called power of weak hands. Like you know, you got strong hands, you got weak hands, and the power of weak hands, that means people selling are gonna give you money and stuff like that. And those Ponzi's rose up very quickly. The first one, power of weak hands 3D, and then after it came power of weak feet, legs, and then power of weak mat, because the power of weak legs Ponzi made calculating error and it was totally crashing. Then power of weak mat, then it spread like all kinds of other Ponzi's, right? And they work in the same way. You invest and then you give 20% of your profit, and all the other people that come into it gives you profit, and it's being shared. SafeMoon is I made a video on SafeMoon around here on my channel, but I made it private because it got so many dislikes. But I'm saying to you this, guys, I'm not doing this for likes or dislikes. I'm doing this to educate you on these kinds of things. It is a Ponzi. It can be rug pulled. Rug pulled means that these guys that bought down here can just sell everything, and there will be the price will go to literally to zero instantly. Depends on how they push it and how long, because there's no real reason for this project to exist besides taking money. So first came the Hodge, this one, then came the Safe Moon, then Safe Mars, you know, the Mars planet, then Safe Galaxy. After the Safe Galaxy, I think they may say Pluto, something like that. So all of these copycats rise up. Safe Moon is a copycat of Hodge, just with different memes, right? The Hodge had very nice memes. The Safe Moon has a different kind of memes. So the better the memes, the more the spread it can do. And I knew that there's a way for this to rise. That's why I bought it down here, because I know how these things works. The problem with these things is that you never know when they are gonna end. You never know when they are gonna end, because like I said, the creators, the guys down here, can always pull the money out. So when I bought here, the first thing I did, I went to the Ethereum address or the smart contract on BNB and checked how much was bought down here. Who was created, when did they start buying, how much they buy, and they were buying lots. So I knew this was the first some kind of pump, and I knew I was one of the first. And in these things, it's very important to be first. So you either want to be one of these guys down here, the guys who knows the creators and their friends and in their Telegram group or Discord channel, right? You want to be here, you want to be buying here, right? And then you have the lift off, right? You start promoting it, and then you got small pump, and the first guys, you got a first sell off, you got second sell off, you got third sell off, and you just keep on so rise. The problem is you never know when it's gonna end, and the longer you get into the chains of the copycats, the shorter the time frame it's. So I did not think that this would go where it actually went. I thought that this was actually over already here, because I knew that this was a copycat and I not quite know how long it would last. I was underestimating it. So it continued, of course, over here I did not buy, over here I did not buy, over here now, and it can go to 100,000 next. I don't really care. And my 500 could have gone into the 50,000 or maybe even a half a million. I don't know how much money this can go to, but I'm not FOMOing in. That's my I learned a long time ago, never FOMO into anything, especially at these levels. You can see here right now, once we start getting this up, you're gonna get these corrections. Maybe after this correction, if you want to hodl, you know, maybe it's gonna go higher. I don't know that, but you have to know that if you buy right now, you are not one of these guys down here, okay? If you buy down here, people who have started down here are already having 100x on the money. People who bought down here have so much more of this Safe Moon than you will ever have up here. It's insane. Just go and look at the Ethereum address, sorry, the Binance Smart Chain address, Ethereum. I don't know. Just look at how many coins of tokens of Safe Moon they have. Every time it goes up, they're starting dumping and dumping and dumping. The only thing they're doing is right now is going up. They're dumping. When it comes down here, they start promoting it, pushing it up, and then once it goes up, they're dumping. But they're dumping slowly. They're dumping slow. That's why you have this correction. They're dumping slowly because they don't want to have this big drop and kill the project immediately. Because if they kill the project here, they wouldn't get this dump over here. So they don't want to kill the project. They would just want to keep the project going higher and higher and get more and more people into it. But always remember, you are not, you did not buy here, you did not buy here, you did not buy here. You are buying it here if you are buying it now. This is a very risky sport, if you want to call it, because you are buying high and you're buying something that's a copycat of a meme pumping up. I'm not saying this is a pumping up, but it is kind of pumping up because I know they are suggesting it's a real project, and that's how all of these projects works. Oh, we are real projects, we are doing it better community, but you know, on the Discord channel, when you get there, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. How much memes can we create? Where are we gonna spread them? How are we gonna get people to buy this? You know, when are we gonna start selling? And that's what I'm talking about, you know. That said, be careful what you're doing with Safe Moon. I know how these things works. After Safe Moon came Safe Mars, Safe Galaxy and stuff like that. Right now there is I see somebody on the Telegram was posting, there was a honey bear, somebody said there was also all these animals, right, and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's not gonna go to the moon or whatever. I'm just saying be careful, because these are not legit projects. It's just made to make money to the founders, and all these founders are laughing all the way to the bank while this goes up, and all you people are believing that these are real projects when they are not. they are copycats of a meme project, and the only rise they're having is because they can manage to put more and more people into this project, get more and more people to get the buy-in, because the price is all time rising. Now this was a long talk, and right now we are at 50 minutes, but I'm gonna write down in comments the actual video is starting at 15 minutes, so you might jump over this if you want. Let's get to our charts and see what's actually our coins are doing. Right now we're gonna start from up and go to down and go through all the coins. Okay, let's see. First of all, I need 15 minutes over there. Yeah, we're gonna wait a little longer. Okay, so let's start with up with Eagle and see what's actually happening. We're gonna go to the daily charts. We're not gonna go look at the weekly. Right now it's breaking the. Also, I'm not quite sure if you're gonna move the coins right off the bat, because yesterday we did not move coins between the tiers because it was a very volatile market. Nothing was really set, so I'm not quite sure if we were gonna wait for the good times, the green days, or until Bitcoin figures out, or we're just gonna start moving the coins. Because if we start moving the coins, it might actually be, you know what, we're gonna start moving the coins. Uptrend, some kind of correction. We're gonna put this uptrend correction because below the all-time high, below the it's not, we're gonna put an uptrend because it's all the way down there. It's all the way down there. Let's look at Cardano. What's Cardano doing? Let me just see this quickly. Weekly, we can now look at the weekly charts as well. Weekly is looking very nice above this. Above the 10 moving average, sitting down at very nice level, 7th level. This looks super nice for the move up. Let's see Cardano, how is Cardano doing? Sitting at 78, no bearish growth, sitting above the 10 moving average. Weekly looking super nice. Right now did also Cardano video, I'm just about to release it. Sitting is still inside this wedge. It depends on how you draw the wedge, but right now around this 50 moving average. Maybe it can go down to this 50 moving average or whatnot. It did wick it down, but it's still an option, so until something changes, we're gonna have it there. Minus 2% today on the Polkadot sitting at 42 daily, and of course everything is very nice level. 64 today, 64. So looks super bullish. It looks, I mean, a lot of these things looking super ready to pump. Some coffee. Super ready to pump, and it's right now breaking this 50 moving average. So is it an uptrend or is it downtrend? I would say it's an uptrend, but it's small correction. We don't want to fall below these levels down here. We don't want to fall below these levels down here, but we're gonna say it's some kind of uptrend consolidation. Everything is uptrend consolidation, man. Cardano. Yeah, we're gonna pull everything down to uptrend consolidation, because right now it is consolidating or falling or finding the bottom. Let's look at a cake. Cake actually looking good. Cake is uptrend. Ooh. Cake is up 10% today, above the. It wants to go. It found the support. Nice. Cake doing good. Good job, Cake. You're gonna be one of the few in uptrend. Some kind of consolidation because it's below the 10 and 20 moving average. The daily and the weekly looking nice. Weekly looking, it went all the way down to 76, so it hit some kind of top on the weekly, right? Yeah, but we're gonna see. Right now Zilliqa is some kind of uptrend consolidation. We're gonna see if that consolidation doesn't break, but I don't think it should break because it didn't pop yet. Also uptrend consolidation because we are looking to find some kind of bottom, and until we do that, we are in consolidation. Weekly is kind of high, 80. It went from 91 down to 82, and now is at 97, still a bit above this 10 moving average. So although it's breaking the uptrend, so we're gonna put the uptrend consolidation and see if it can be saved by this line. I don't know where this line coming from. It just confused me. It was confusing me yesterday as well, so I don't know if it's gonna keep on confusing me. Let's see further on. What's that? Tezos also sideways uptrend consolidation right now. Ever since yesterday, it's still going, still right, so it's still falling down. Looking like it's gonna find support up here at 20 moving average, but we're gonna call it uptrend consolidation still, because it's in an uptrend, but it is consolidating. And XML also uptrend consolidation. Let me see these moving averages, because all of these uptrend has really nice weekly stats. So I don't think we wanna go check the weekly stats for that. Let me see. yeah, it went down below the 10 and 20. It's still some uptrend consolidation. All of these that are consolidating gonna pop to uptrend as soon as Bitcoin decides to. You're gonna see that. Looking to keep these supports down here. Uptrend consolidation. It broke this uptrend. It's like uptrend consolidation. So we're gonna put it down. So you can see a lot. Only cake is right now directly still in uptrend because it's pushing this 10 moving average. All of these others are still consolidating, finding support, and I think most of them are looking for this breakout on the side breakout through the moving averages. Once that happens, we can say everything is continuing uptrend, but right now some kind of they are trying to find the bottom. So that was Eagle, ADA, and dot NAM. Let's see what's happening with NAM. It's still some kind of small uptrend. It's uptrend consolidation. It's consolidating here. You know, yesterday, day before yesterday, it was trying to break this 50 moving average and then just dropped. Now it's back down at 100 moving average. So it's keeping on the moving average. So as long as it doesn't fall below that, it's uptrend consolidation. Tron looking breaking the 10 moving average. I'm gonna say it's consolidating. This is more than consolidation. This is like a downward movement, but I think everything is right now looking for bottom. I think it's an uptrend, but it's looking for bottom. Let's look at the weekly on Tron. Sitting at 83 actually. Actually closed yesterday at 86. 84 right now. How high? You know, the thing with Tron is right now it's very extended from the 10 moving average. So will it actually go all the way down this week? I'm kind of having my doubts on Tron right now. I have to tell you that. Also, this over here from this top over here, this thing here, and you got this thing here. That's the bearish divergence. So it fell through this out of this channel, rising wedge. So the rising wedge should actually play out. Let me see if it plays out all the way down to the $1. If it plays out all the way down to the $1. So we're gonna see. I'm also having my doubts that Bitcoin is done with the crash. Like I said, it has to go through these. It has to break through these diagonal lines. When it's gonna do that, like it's hard to tell. Like over here, maybe it looks like already breaking it and getting support at the line. But we just gotta. Nothing is in clear yet. Nothing's clear. So what are we gonna say? It's uptrend consolidation or is it uptrend downtrend? So there's this problem with these things. Retest some important breakout pattern technicals. Okay. Or it's a no thanks. What you guys think? Tron, is it no thanks or is it possibility? Maybe you should make another you know, we're gonna add another section over here, and we're gonna say tier 1 looks scary. Looks scary. So basically, if they start looking, getting some kind of bad signals or something like that, before we put them actually down here in no thanks list, we're gonna put them in looks scary. Okay, so it's a uptrend, but it looks scary. Okay, so keep that in mind. Uptrend, but uptrend looks scary. So we're gonna see. I'm not very fan of today of Tron because it is having some kind of high levels on the weekly. It's not 90 levels, but it's high and it's extended from the 10 moving average. That's what I don't like about it, but we're gonna see. Let's move on and see what's XRP doing. Just did an XRP video. Was quite bullish on XRP. It looks like it's gonna get this bearish cross down here. I just said in video it had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was actually green as well. 6 green candles in a row, but sitting at 78 levels, like it's not over. It's not any high levels and stuff like that, but it is extended from the 10 moving average on the weekly. So you know, all of these coins are in uptrend consolidation, but they are looking scary. Like XRP doesn't have that good, so we're gonna put it like looks scary down there. Okay. And Chainlink, let's look at what's happening. Chainlink actually pumped really hard back to the above the 10 moving average on the daily. Like, it looks super good. So you know what, Chainlink, you're doing quite nicely today, and we're gonna put it in a clear uptrend. I think you are finished with your consolidation period. Let me see on the weekly chart how it's looking. 70, yeah, it's looking very nice. No problem, Chainlink. It is a little bit descent from 10 moving average, but it just started, so no problem there. It had this retest as well. Very nice doing. That said, let's look at BNB. BNB today is actually pumping, but it's pumping only up to the 10 moving average. And you can see on the 4 hourly this it broke. It looks like it broke this diagonal line. That's actually very bullish for it. You can see here it broke it, and now it's retesting it. So this to me looks like it's continuing its uptrend, especially this down consolidation. I think it's finished, so now it's gonna go sideways if it can hold this. Now this is on the day 4 hourly, so on the daily we are still not quite there yet, but it's looking good. So right now I'm gonna put it there because it's holding this 4 hourly. So it's kind of getting rejected by the 50 moving average. What are we gonna say to this? It's still in consolidation. As long, yeah, we won't go into the 4 hourly because that's we're gonna say it's still in uptrend consolidation. But if it manages to break this line on the weekly chart, on the daily chart, then we're gonna be. Also, the bearish cross down here might actually have something to say. But the candle looks very nice. The candle looks very nice, but it's not closed candle. So we're gonna look for tomorrow for that. Zam and Chili's. How is Chili's doing? Chili's is actually yesterday kept above the 10, today is fallen down to 20, but it is option consolidation. And the weekly Chili's, I'm very excited about it. It's 74 right now, looking very nice. Yeah, it closed at 77 because of the pump, but yeah, Chili's looks nice. Chili's looks nice. Let me see on the weekly. It's extended. Yeah, it's close to the 10 moving average. So Chili's looks nice as long as it can. If it can survive this Bitcoin dump or wherever, I think Chili's gonna be just fine. Option consolidation. We got these two that look scary: XRP and Tron. A lot of people are hyped about it, but they do have some kind of extended from the both XRP and Tron are extended from 10 moving average. So will it actually pump or not? I don't know. It looks scary, but it is an option. But I think we have to wait a couple of days at least to get some green candles or something like that. Now we are gonna see what these retests are doing, and they're still retesting it. Let me see the weekly. Yeah, and the indicators also are getting better for this. So this is still in the retest phase, I think. Today closed just below the 20, and right now sitting there, but still retesting it. Let's see, weekly, very nice, sitting all. You see, this is a lot better than, for example, Tron and XRP because it's sitting on the 10 moving average. So very nice. Uniswap is doing very nice over here, and levels are really nice. So I have high hopes for Uniswap. I'm waiting for a pump, only 0.08 down, so still in the retest category. Atom right now went all the way back into the wedge. Sorry, Atom, but that's not a retest. That's like you went below into the pattern plus technicals. Okay, so you got a pattern, technicals, and weekly. How's your weekly doing? Very nice, 66. Let's move on. Where were we? Mana had a breakout and it was retest, but now it's back inside this rising wedge. So we're gonna put it down into the pattern plus technicals. Okay, especially since you know, this is a rising wedge. So it is still in retest category because it's a rising wedge, so it's rising, but and it is keeping above the 10 moving average. So we gotta keep it up here, retest. So we're gonna see once it starts changing. Sushi, wow, Sushi went down. It's retesting this top line, top resistance as support over here, holding it below the 100 moving average. Weekly sitting down all the way down at 57. Yeah, this is very nice. We just have to see what's gonna happen though. So are we gonna call this a retest? Yes, we're gonna call it a retest because it is still retesting technically. It is below the moving average, but retesting this resistance line as support. That was Mana. AVAX, let's see what's AVAX doing. AVAX went below the pattern and below the pattern, and now it's trading below the moving averages, below the 50 moving averages. So we're gonna say that let me see the weekly. Yeah, it's below. So we're gonna say pattern potentials okay, but it's it has to. Also, I want to see where this candle closes tomorrow. It is in this triangle, so not that good. XVS, it's got this retesting going on still on the 20. That's fine. Matic also retesting on the 50, but it looks like it wants to get it back into this triangle, but I don't think it's gonna do that. Weekly, yeah, weekly looks nice. No, 82. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It had like 6 weeks sideways movement. Are you gonna have like 2 more weeks of sideways movement? I don't know. But this looks like it broke this triangle, and now it's retesting. So if the retest is holding, it might actually be good. Anchor, let's look at Anchor. Anchor also retesting. We're gonna put a lot of retest because we are unsure about this last candle, but the previous candle held the resistance on top. The graph went back into the triangle. Sorry, graph, and you are below the 50, so you go all the way down to technicals, and pattern are good because technicals are very nice actually. So it is about below some moving average, but for further move up, that's actually a positive thing. So we're gonna keep it there. So that was the retest category. Let's go into some important breakout. Reef had important breakout, but unfortunately it went back into the triangle. So now it's back to the pattern technical. Okay. Algo also was trying to get above this line up here. I think it has some important breakout happening here, but then it went back there. So pattern things. There's some kind of pattern here going on. I think it's a channel. Just a second. Okay, so that's let's say that's Algo. Reef, we already did. We put it down there. Graph, AVAX, Atom. How did I hash graph? Some important breakout. Oh yeah, we were doing Algo. Maybe we are doing. Did we do Phantom? No, it looks like it's breaking out of this pattern. So it doesn't have anymore the important breakout thing. So we're gonna put the technicals down here. Algo, Reef also, Graph, AVAX, we did Atom, and Hedera hash graph. Okay, let's continue over here. Hedera hash graph breaking out of this. It's keeping down this support, so we're gonna see that. Very nice support. It's keeping the support down here, so maybe it's lying down all the way down at support. Let's see how the it's down at 6. It closed at 72, so it's close to the 10 moving average. So look like pattern technical. I don't think there is any. Let's say just technicals are looking good. Technicals are looking good. Luna, right now, Luna is actually up 12%, but it's not going higher. It just got back into the pattern, and it's sitting below the moving averages. So Luna just retraced, and that's good. That's positive. That's a bullish sign. That's a bullish sign. Right now sitting hitting the 10 moving average, sitting down at 66, 63. Very nice. I think Luna might actually have a chance to do very decent once it breaks out. Harmony one going down weekly is looking at sitting at down at 65, close to the 10 moving averages, like 2, 3. This is the 4th week of consolidation, so this is like almost going into 1 month now of consolidation, hitting the 50 moving average down here. It got out of this pattern, but maybe this is actually some kind of a falling wedge right now. It's not at least there. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like this. Then you got this thing as well also going on. We're gonna see right now, but pattern, is it still inside pattern or not? Depends to see. We're gonna let it stay here until tomorrow, because I think technicals are okay. Yeah, technicals went all the way down to 60 levels, so very nice. Sand is breaking out of the pattern, going all the way down, so we're just gonna say technicals are okay. Maybe it's gonna be good, but right now sitting below the 50. Weekly sitting there all the way down there, so this can be nice when it starts going. Sitting in the support area down here, all the way down at the bottom. Daily sitting all the way at 49, bearish cross 67, It's still extended from the 10 moving average, so, but I don't think it can push it that much further down. It all depends, but sitting below the 10 and 20 moving average is below. We're gonna put it down in maybe. Technicals looks fine, but it is below the moving averages, so we're gonna see. Wink below the moving averages, out of the pattern, so maybe it's creating some kind of different kind of pattern, sitting there at weekly 67 weekly, still kind of extend from the 10 moving average. That's the only problem. Besides that, it looks nice, but it's going down, so technicals okay. Wink hot, Caldera, BitTorrent. Let's see BitTorrent. What's BitTorrent doing right now? BitTorrent is actually getting back inside this triangle. So yesterday, let me see. So we had this line over here. The blue line was actually our falling wedge, right? And then this happened, and then I was watching it on the weekly chart, and using these tops on the weekly, and it creates a different kind of triangle. So maybe we should be watching it, and based on that triangle, it's still inside, but that's this top over here. So not quite sure what to think about this. Not quite sure what to think about this. This should be back to one. Either way, now it's back inside both of the triangles. But let's see, the weekly is sitting down at 70 levels. This is still extended from the 10 moving. We're gonna say just it. The technicals are semi-okay because it's just too extended from the moving averages. But everybody's bullish on BTT, so we're gonna put it in technicals. Changed better, but it is so extended from the 10 moving average on the daily. So what's gonna happen there? We gotta see. Let's see. Doc is continuing falling down out of this wedge. Whether this wedge is good or not, depends to see. But right now holding the 50 moving average. So technicals are good, I think. Yeah, but there is no clear-cut move. Maybe it's going for this one. That means it can go all the way down to the weekly, down to 50, down to 20 moving average on the weekly. Now we get into the, so yeah, it's still the technicals are okay. It's not no thanks. It can always turn, so we're gonna keep it up there. Now it's beginning to no text category and see what's changed here. 77, so it did correct a little bit. It's still below the 10, keeping the 20. We're gonna say it's still no thanks because the MACD is still not changing, and we are sitting at 55 there. But yeah, still no thanks. We're gonna wait a little bit more to actually see what's actually gonna going with it. It's falling out of this this triangle below the 10 and 20 moving average. Let me see how this it's extended from the 10 moving average, still sitting up at 76. Yeah, see, we're still gonna say it's a no thanks, at least for a couple of days until something happens, because this can still continue going down. VeChain looking corrected. Yes, previous week we were at 93, now we are sitting at 87. I think this needs some kind of correction. I do think, I mean, it can go up, and on the daily it is up above the 10 moving average, but it's just so risky, so I don't know. Dodge, it's risky and it's going to new all-time highs, 34 now. I want to actually talk earlier about the Dodge coin, because it was having this red candle over here. And what I want to say on Dodge is that I know a lot of you guys trading Dodge. It's is it 4 hourly? Yeah, it's 4 hourly, I think. No, it's not 4. It was 1 hourly I was watching for. So basically, every time you get this red candle, it starts going back to so you see, going up, red candle, and it goes to the 10 moving average. Up, red candle, and it's almost going to up, red candle, back to the 10 moving average. Here as well, up, red candle, and go sideways. Up, red candle, sideways, 10 moving average. Up, red candle, sideways. So here as well, up, red candle, but these are not big. So up, we got this red candle, so I'm thinking it's gonna wait for the 10 moving average and then be pushed up. So for you guys trading this, that might actually be a thing. Whether that's gonna hold or not depends, but that's just a thing I noticed. So, and I don't actually know how far this is gonna go up, because something is happening here. I'm gonna show you on the 4-hourly chart. We have these, this is going up, this is right now going up, this is bearish divergence, that means going down. This is also going to be bearish divergence, that means at one point it's going to go down. So keep that in mind, keep it in mind. I don't think it's going to go down to where it started, but it's going to have the correction, you know. It's already happening, so it's already pushing the level. So depends on how high it goes. You know, it's going to have the drop. How big the drop is going to be, that's up to you to decide. Let's move on, but it's still no thanks, because it's just too risky. It's just way too risky for me. It's just way too risky. Just for the sake of the, just for the fun of it, it's pumping, but high risk. Pumping, but high risk. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. Kasuma, let's see on this daily chart, hitting the 50 moving average. Got some kind of support over there. Let me see the weekly. It was around 70. So the technicals are starting looking good. We're gonna put it up. Technicals change to the better. It is some kind of low level, so this might actually be good. STMX weekly went all the way from 80 down to 67, so, and sitting on the 10 moving average daily, looking like hit some kind of lows. These are also going up. Technicals are changing to the better. Engine coin, let me see. Engine right now hit 79, sitting on 76 now, but it is close to the 10 moving average. So we're gonna, and there was a lot of bullishness with the engine coin as well, so we're gonna say it's changing to the better, because it is sitting on the almost on the 10 moving average down here. So it looks nice. COS, let me see, weekly, did it reach? Yeah, it's all the way down at 72 right now, hitting the 10 moving average daily, hitting some kind of lows down here. So technicals change to the better. Dent, yeah, it went all the way to 63, hit the 10 moving average, very close to the 10 moving average. Yeah, we're gonna put it up. I told you guys, this week is gonna be good for all of these no thanks coins, because all of these technicals are starting to change right now. T-Fuel hit 71, sitting on the 10 moving average. That's very nice. Daily all the way down at 43, hitting some kind of lows. This looks actually with technicals to change the better. And Nervous, I don't know what Nervous is doing. Yeah, it went all the way down 70. That's why I told you guys yesterday, this dump was very good for a lot of coins, because it pushed this RSI down to the 70s level, right? A lot of these altcoins were pushed down, and that's very good because it resets a lot of altcoins right now. Sitting as for, so technicals change to the better. So you can see all the only thing we have right now is file, and that's because it's right now very extended from 10 moving average, and VRX is extended from 10 moving average, although and sitting at like 76, so maybe it's gonna have more. Also this one is sitting at 75, not closer down to 79. VIT is just extended from the 10 moving average and is sitting up at 87. This, but it hit 83, so I think this VChain is kind of done. Depends on what's actually happening. That said, as you can see right now, we only got 3 coins down in no thanks. A lot of coins technicals have changed and looking very nice. So this thing over here might actually be quite good in the coming weeks. Right now it's reset. We still got a full. I'm saying it's gonna pump today or something like that, but it's still looking good. Pattern and technicals, a lot of coins that have been doing good and was about to get out of the patterns, and right, they are back here, and then some of the coins that were retesting are still holding the retest, and a lot of uptrend coins are now doing this uptrend consolidation because of the Bitcoin and stuff like that. So all in all, we got Dodge on the top, we got a Cake and Link that are actually doing fine. Link is 1.75% today, but it's still an uptrend since holding this 10 moving average very nicely. But Cake is actually doing phenomenally good, but right now it's actually below the 10 moving average. God damn it, doesn't matter. all in all, looking good. But keep in mind that Cake is having this bearish cross down here, but if it can manage maybe tomorrow when Bitcoin actually starts doing something, then that might actually be a thing. That might actually be a thing. I'm not gonna do this video any longer than it has to be. I'm just gonna and thanks for watching, guys. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to make it even earlier. Bye bye.